Hello and welcome to the Big Apple School podcast. My name is Рико.
My name is Ira.
And today we're going to talk about...
Top 10 culture shocks.
Okay, top 10 culture shocks in?
South America.
In South America. Okay, well, I haven't been to South America, but I can join in with just my bit of culture shock that I have collected over time. So, go ahead, Ira, and take us off with the first one.
10th place is Peru. Have you ever heard that in Peru they have white, red, and black corn?
I heard about black corn and I guess some brown corn. Maybe that's what you mean by red. But yeah, guys, in Peru there are different kinds of corn: black, red, and of course the regular yellow, right?
Yes.
Cool.
And they do prepare some sweets called mazamorra morada.
It sounds like you're trying to seduce me. Say it again.
Mazamorra morada.
Mazamorra morada. Okay, cool. What is it?
That special cake. No, not cake, actually. It's for drinking and for eating. So...
Okay, cool.
Yes.
So that was number 10. What about number 9?
Number 9 is Colombia. And do you know that the classes in universities in Colombia, they started from 6 a.m. Every single day you're coming in the university and then you will need to start your classes at 6 a.m. Could you imagine the freshers will do that? Ha!
Wow, crazy.
I'm trying to
That's
understand.
Everybody?
Yes, everybody.
So no one has like a different schedule than other people?
No. Everyone has different schedule, but they have morning class and it starts from 6 a.m.
Wow. Do you think you guys could do it? Start class at 6 a.m. every day of the week? Not only sometimes, but every day, 6 a.m.
So you need to get up at 4 maybe?
4 or 5, depending on the transportation that you have, your form of transportation. Maybe you have a car, you can get up a little later, or if you have to take the bus, then you're going to have to get up really early. That really sucks. I don't think I could do it. I'm not a morning person at all.
Yeah, believe how people every day inspired by waking up so early. But that have some interesting, that have some idea actually.
Okay.
Waking up earlier and finishing earlier. Then we have Brazil. And in the south of Brazil, Ricardo doesn't want to believe in that. So just gays can go to sauna.
Only gay people can go to the sauna in Brazil, in the south of Brazil.
In the south of Brazil, exactly.
That's kind of strange. It's sad, I guess, because a lot of Russians like to go to the sauna, yeah?
Yes, a lot of Russians. I've been in Brazil and actually I spent there a year. So every time when I wanted to go to sauna, people say, no, we are just gays can go there and also...
Wait, so not women at all?
Listen.
Okay.
I couldn't go because my friends didn't let me go because they told me that they can go... if I'm going to be a prostitute, I can go there. But if I'm not, so I shouldn't go there.
Really?
Yes, I'm seriously talking about that.
Wow, that's crazy. And so women that go to the sauna are considered prostitutes?
Kind of, yes.
And men that go to the sauna are considered gays?
I can tell you, for example, once I called to one sauna to ask them about their schedule, and they told me, hey, our sauna is just for men. And in their webpage, there were some women, and and they put there some information about that women. Then you can. Do
so they advertise women on the website, but they told you.
That's strange.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's bad. Maybe they just didn't want you. Maybe they heard your accent and they were like, oh. No, I'm just kidding.
Russians are coming to Brazil, yeah. So, about another place, they are gonna talk about Peru. Oh, my dear Ricardo, imagine you're again in the bus.
Again, I'm on the bus, okay.
Okay, and you're traveling to another city. So, imagine that you're in the capital called Lima, and you will go to Ica. I've been there in Lima, and Рико is another city. So I traveled there, and I was sitting inside of the bus with my friends, Roberto, hello. And then a guy
Came to you?
Came to me, exactly, I'm sorry. And he started to make a photo of me. I thought that I was a blondie and that's why a guy wanted to make a photo of me. But no, my friend, he told me that this guy came to me to make a photo, real one, because the government paid for that and the government needs to know when was the last time when they saw me, because I'm a foreigner and because there are other people there sitting nearby me and they are traveling to another city. So if
So it's
something
only
happens,
for foreigners?
No. I mean, I'm the foreigner, but there are other people, and that's why I'm trying to explain you that also needs to move to another place. So the government also needs to know the last place they're been. That people also. So it's for everyone. So if you guys can go to Peru, if you can sit inside of the bus, you will see how it works.
The guy on the bus takes pictures of everybody?
Yes.
Is this the regular bus, or this is only buses to going to other cities?
Just buses that go into another city.
So only buses that go to other cities have this guy, but or this girl or woman, whoever it is, but this person that photographs you, it's for intercity bus transport. Interesting. That's
Yes.
kind of scary, I guess.
Scary, but you can smile one more time if someone wants to make a photo of you.
Okay.
Another place is for Brazil again. So, Brazil, that's really pretty interesting, guys. Brazil, government of Brazil, they paid for changing the sex of the person.
They pay for the sex change operation.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, right. So for a sex operation. If you're a man, guys, and if you want to be a woman, you can ask the government to help you with that. Strange, right? Because the
Abortion?
abortion, right? The abortion is actually forbidden there. But you can go and change your sex if you want. Strange, right? And government will let you do that.
So abortion is illegal, but government supports sex change so much that they'll pay for it. That's crazy.
So yes, they do believe. Of course, I didn't ask the government, but I asked my friends, and they said that the government believes that the person has a right to change his own personality.
To be who he wants to be, right?
Yes, exactly.
Interesting.
Yes.
It's crazy. But that's a very supportive government. That's cool. I guess a lot of people would love if their government was so supportive of their decisions.
Yes.
Cool.
We can talk about that also. And our 5 place is for Colombia. Colombia, right. And about traffic. So we actually are talking a lot about traffic with you. And you have a car. Let's imagine you have a car, right?
Okay.
And let's imagine you have a friend.
Okay.
So your car number is 606 and your friend number is 848. The end of your car number is 6, right? And the end of your friend
is 8.
Is 8, right? So you can't use your car during Monday and Wednesday from 4 till 7 p.m. There are peak of traffic there, and your friend cannot use his car on Tuesday and on Thursday from 4 to 7 p.m.
So the different numbers that the license plate ends with, that's what tells you when you can use your car, when you can't use your car, right?
Exactly, yes.
So if the police see that my license plate ends in 6...
Fine, you will have fine.
I'll get a fine for using my car at the peak hours of traffic. That's kind of weird, but I guess it has an effect on the traffic, definitely. But I guess it's a bit of an inconvenience for an emergency, for example.
Yes, for an emergency, right. But that's actually just for one city called Bogota. But, every big city, every capital of our big world, they have lots of traffic and things like that. So we need to know how to even to try. They want to try to help people organize their time and spend less time in traffic. Right. Okay, so then we will come again to Brazil. That strange thing, but all Russians think that it's very warm and summertime everywhere and every time in Brazil. But actually, that's not true.
So it's not always warm in Brazil?
Of course, no. Guys, could you imagine that June, July, and August, they have winter time on the south of Brazil. And they have snow during June, July, and August sometimes.
Really?
The temperature is so cold. It can be -5, 0, and they do not have heaters. They
like
do not have
radiators.
it.
Okay.
Yes. So every single day you're freezing. You're so freezing as you can't imagine. And you can save your life just with tea, blankets, and hot shower. Yes, guys. So if you go to the south to Brazil, please remember that June, July, and August, it's so cold as you can't imagine, guys. Really.
Wow.
I've been there and I can say that.
At least they have hot water so that you can warm yourself. Mm-hmm. Cool, cool.
Yes. So
How long were you there?
in the south, I spent a year.
You spent a year in the south of Brazil?
Yes, I spent a year there.
Wow, crazy.
Yes.
I guess it's the perfect place for Sibiriachka, huh?
Yes, I believe so. Everyone was asking me, why do you feel cold? And every single day I was explaining, guys, that it's warm here in Siberia, and if it is cold and -40, we have heaters, and it's pretty warm in the apartment, so it's kind of difficult and different cold actually there. Okay, so now we will talk about garlic.
Garlic?
Yes.
Okay, let's talk about garlic. What can you tell us about garlic?
Again, we are coming back to Brazil, so in the university called, I will tell that in Portuguese, Universidade Federal do Rio Grande do Sul. That's
What does it mean?
Well, that's the main federal university in the south of Brazil again. They have garlic
Where?
on the floor. No, on the door.
Oh, on the door? Okay.
Yes, and they put the garlic there.
They hang garlic on the door.
Yeah, they hang garlic on the door because they believe that it will help to clean your energy.
So, kind of reminds me of vampires and stuff like that. Garlic saves you and people put it on their doors. Well, garlic cleans your soul, I guess, your spirits and stuff like it. Cleans your energy,
And-
according to South Brazilians.
Yeah, and it's the funniest thing that it's actually in the library. So I believe they also think that garlic will help you to know more about libraries, books, and have more knowledge.
Okay, is it everybody or is it just a few people that are like this? Because it sounds kind of like a superstition.
Yeah, maybe it's superstition, but they do believe in that. So imagine if the garlic can hang there for a year. So I believe it's for everyone, and everyone believes in that.
Okay,
They're
cool.
really superstition, actually.
Interesting.
And then again, Peru, guys, and taxi driver. Ricardo,
Yes.
do you remember I tried to explain you about taxi drivers in Peru?
I'll go ahead and explain it. I can help you out a bit, Irina. The taxi drivers in Peru, they have a cage around their seating area. So there's the front seat and the back seat, and in between these two areas, there's a cage. There's a metal cage to protect the taxi drivers. So the passengers sit in the back, and they're on the back side of the cage, and then the driver sits in the front, and he's on the front side of the cage, so that you cannot touch the driver in any situation. You can't hurt him or anything. So the cage is kind of to protect him. Yeah?
Exactly. Yeah, because my friends from Peru, they told me that it's because sometimes robbers try to kill the taxi driver.
Kill
and
them?
Yes, and or kill, or at least to steal something from him, and they are, using a lot of methods for that.
So it's very common for somebody to rob a taxi driver in Peru?
Yes, exactly. Yes, and if you're actually traveling inside of the car, you always need to stay with a closed window.
It's sad.
No, it's not sad.
It's sad for the drivers, I guess.
I've been robbed in Peru. You know where?
Where?
In the church.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly when I... Yes.
Well, I guess I can make a little joke about how donations to church is kind of robbing people that go to church every day also, but I won't go there. That's sad to hear that. So I guess you do have to have your form of protection in Peru. You said that you were robbed and that taxi drivers get robbed all the time. Would you recommend going to Peru?
Of course I do, because the most fun and the most greatest thing from Peru is the food. Guys, it's so tasty and people are so great that you need to go and to visit Peru. Don't be afraid of robbers and things like that. It happens every day in every single place in our planet. Don't be afraid. Peru is an awesome country. Yes, I do recommend go there.
So the people in Peru are great, but they steal.
Not everyone, but
I'm joking.
Of course, please.
Okay.
Yeah, I just really in love with Peru.
Okay, what's next on the list?
Country. And actually, the first one we were laughing with Ricardo about that because Colombia, they have a university, the main university in Bogota, as I mentioned before, is the capital of Colombia, and they do have a subject called the religion in the way of Bart Simpson.
It's a subject?
It's a subject, and yes, and people need to pass the exam. Imagine,
like Bart
right?
Simpson, yeah?
Yes.
That's funny. So it's the religion of Bart Simpson, and it's a subject. It's a class that you can go to, yeah?
Yes, and you have professor and you have students, and of course it's an additional subject, but you need to pass an exam.
That's funny. That's cool. I mean, it adds fun to going to the university, so that's nice. That's cool. Mm-hmm. Okay, and that was number one. Okay, so cool. Those were some of the culture shock. That was some of the culture shock that Irina experienced when she was in South America. I can talk a little bit about culture shock, about when I came here. One of the things that shocked me the most, I won't say the most, but first, one of the things that shocked me first were the roads. I was just so amazed by Russian roads because they're so bad. I'm sorry to say it, guys, but you guys' roads are horrible. I was with my friend, and we were going to his house, and it was nighttime, so I couldn't see the road, and we were going, it felt like we were off-roading. It felt like we were just like in a monster truck, and we were just, and I was like, where are we going? He's like, go to my house, we're going home. I was like, what? So we got out of the car, I turned the flashlight on my phone, and I'm looking at the ground. I'm like, this is ridiculous. What happened here? And he's like, what do you mean? I'm like, are they rebuilding the road? He's like, I wish.
Normal road,
this is a normal road. I was like, wow, this is crazy. So that kind of shocked me. Another thing that shocked me was when I got on the bus, it was packed so well that I had my hand on the railing, to hold on while the bus is going. It was so packed that I couldn't put my hand down if I wanted to. So my hand was up, and then even if I wasn't holding on to anything, my hand would stay up because I can't put it down. It was just so packed. And I guess one more thing that really, really shocked me was the people. At first, I didn't know what to think of the people because they seem rude at first just because the way that they act. Like if you go to the store and you say, I don't know, можно мне хлеб, пожалуйста, can I have this piece of bread, this bread here?
For free, guys.
No.
And give me money after that, right?
They'll give it to you, and they sometimes they'll say пожалуйста, sometimes not, but they'll give it to you, and they just like put it there. They're like, bam, 15 рублей. And you're like, oh, okay.
Oh, I believe 15 рублей was like 10 years ago.
I don't know. I'm just giving a number, but I'm just saying that they don't. In U.S., it's kind of, can I please have this? And they're like, oh yeah, sure, no problem. Here it is. You're very welcome to take it. And Here, it's just like, пожалуйста, bam, bread, and yet it's like 15 рублей or 30 рублей. You're like, oh man,
$1 million per.
No, it's just it seems like the interaction's a little bit more rude. So at first I was like, man, these people are so different, I guess I can say, in a nice way. So it kind of scared me, but now I like it. People are very honest. I'm from America, so I was used to the American way, and it takes some getting used to, but I really like it here. So I guess those were some of the things that shocked me. I don't want to get too deep into my culture shock. If you want to know about what I thought when I first came here, you can go to my blog, if you guys know, ricoinrussia.blogspot.com, and that's Rico with a Q, so RIQO in Russia. .blogspot.com. You can read some of my adventures and stuff there, but what we want to do now,
and also before I will be really happy, and I believe we both will be very happy if you guys can share your culture shocks in
the comments. Yes, please. You guys can tell us some of your culture shock, some of the places that you went. So for example, I came here to Russia. I also went to Thailand, and I was a little shocked at some of the things there. And I remember when the first time that I went to Mexico, one of the things that shocked me was they had small doors. Actually, the doors weren't so small, but the door handle, the door knob, was lower than in the U.S. So the height of the door handle was different. That kind of shocked me. I was like, man, that's strange. But those are some of our things. Irina was in South America. I was in Mexico. I was in Russia and Thailand. And we want to know where you guys have been and what your culture shock was. All right? So we're going to going to move on to our next thing. It's not actually culture shock, but we're just going to teach you something about some sayings that we have. So Russian sayings and their English equivalent. We have 3 really good ones, and then we're going to go ahead and finish up. So, Ida, what's the first one?
First one is «В гостях хорошо, а дома лучше».
So we have 2 ways to say this. The one that's more common, I guess, is there's no place like home. And the one that's more, I guess it's closer to the Russian version, is East or West, home is best. So that's one of the nice ones. I like this one. It talks about home being nice and cozy and stuff like that. What's the next one?
Волков не боятся, волков не боятся в лес не ходить. То есть нет, подожди.
Okay.
Guys, волков боятся в лес не ходить.
So, the English equivalent of волков боятся в лес не ходить is can't stand the heat, stay out of the kitchen. This has actually been popularized. This has been popularized by a rap song, and they curse, of course, but they say if you can't stand the heat, get out the kitchen, right? And it's kind of, you know, with curse words and stuff. But they really made this saying really popular. But everybody knows this. If you can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen or stay out of the kitchen. So, one more and then we'll finish up. So what's the last one?
Время лучший доктор.
Yeah.
Really love it.
That's a really nice one. And in English, it is time heals all wounds. So, I'll try to say it in Russian. Время лучший доктор. So, time heals all wounds, and those were the 3 sayings that we have and their Russian equivalents and their English equivalents. So you can learn these, remember these, memorize these so you can say them to your friends. This was Culture Shock and some sayings, and I hope you liked it.
Поговоркас. That's going to be new English-Russian words.
Поговоркас, right? So, my name is Рико.
My name is Ira.
And this was us with the Big Apple School podcast. We hope you liked it, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, guys.